7-3. 7-3. 10 goals. 10 goals. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. 10 goals. So I woke up at 4 in the morning so I can watch this. My brother as well. We're probably the biggest Barca fans you'll ever meet if you ever got to know us. I don't know the history too much of the club because I'm not that neaky. But yeah, 4 in the morning. I know a lot of you woke up at 4 in the morning as well. I see people complaining about waking up at 7 in the morning. Bro, 7 in the morning is nothing. Bro, if we wake up at 7 in the morning for a Barca match, I consider that a W. The amount of times we have to wake up at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 a.m., like even for La Liga matches, like Clásicos especially, like how are we going to like invite the boys over and watch El Clásico at like 4 in the morning on a Sunday? Like what is this? Why is El Clásico always scheduled so early? But anyway, that's besides the point. I normally make these videos outside. I've only done like about 3 or 5 videos of these. But I wanted to try something new in my bedroom. Pause. But so I got the notes down. I took some notes during the match. Even at 4 in the morning, yes, I was taking notes down because I normally forget a lot of what happens unless I like rewatch the highlights, which the highlights don't really cover everything. So I'm just gonna break down this match and just talk about my opinion and whatnot. That's usually what goes down in these Yap session videos. So I want to start off. It's not going to go like in chronicle. Is that a fly? Whatever. I'm not going to go in chronological order. I will talk about like the first half, but like it's not going to be in order. So it'll be different instances of what happened. You know what I'm trying to say. And then I'll talk about the second half after with the B team, as you'd like to call it. Okay. So I want to say for my first note here, I wrote down there was a great defending and a slide tackle from Raphinha. So I when I was watching, I don't remember what happened. I think he might have lost the ball and then he ran back. No, I don't think he lost the. I don't think he lost the ball. I think what happened was the ball. There was a loose ball and he ran back to win it. And he did a beautiful slide tackle. Like genuinely, I don't understand how some defenders can't do a slide tackle like that, but he can, and he's supposed to be a winger. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Raphinha at center back replacing Araujo, which I don't stand for the Araujo hate. Yes, he's really ass sometimes, especially in the Champions League. Like for example, that own goal against Benfica, and then Raphinha had to step up and secure the dub. But also like against Inter Milan and stuff like that. But he let in a goal today, but it was offside, so we'll let it slide. But yeah, lay off the poor guy. Just let him bounce back. He can be ass, especially in the Champions League, like I said. But we're all human. Well, what matters is bouncing back from it. And if anyone's an op, it's Ter Stegen. But I'm joking. Next opinion or note down I wrote was a great dribble from Balde through the middle. So I remember seeing, with my eyes barely open, like I could barely I could barely see because it's so freaking early. I went to sleep around midnight and I woke up at 4 in the morning, so I slept for like 4 hours, which is not good. And then the blue light from the freaking TVs radiated my eyeballs. So now, what woke me up though was that Balde dribble, because I was like not really focusing that well, and then all of a sudden I see Balde sprinting down the middle, and that woke me up. I remember an instant. It was like Messi versus Mexico. I remember I was dozing off. It was like 0-0, and I was lying on my bed and I was just like relaxing like this, and I was actually getting kind of sleepy, because I was tired. I don't remember from what though. And then Messi controls that poo pass from Di Maria, and he twats it in the bottom right corner, and instantly that freaking woke me up. That was kind of like the Balde today, but a very less extent, obviously, because he didn't even score. But yeah, great dribble from Balde. Olmo reeks. That's what I wrote down. Olmo reeks and robbed Raphinha of a great assist and could have passed to Yamal. And if he finished it, they wouldn't have equalized. So yeah, after Olmo, so Raphinha did a great run down the wing, passed it over to Olmo. Olmo decides to I don't understand how. Okay, this is what I don't understand. You do something so consistently every single day, shooting every single day, And then when it comes to the one time you're supposed to actually, like, when it counts most, was preseason. But you know what I mean? Like, compared to training session, a preseason match is obviously going to be worth more because it's like an actual match, I guess. But you know what I'm trying to say. So you do shooting every single day, and you practice it. And correct me if I'm wrong, he's right-footed. He could be left-footed, but I'm pretty sure he's right-footed. Raphinha passes to him. He has Yamal to his right side. So even if he isn't so if he's left-footed, I should have checked to see which foot he is. But I don't care if you're left-footed or right-footed. At that professional level, you should be as good. You should be comfortable and good on your weaker foot, like you are on your strong foot. So he could have passed to Yamal, who was on his right, or he could have buried it. He did none of the above. He missed the goal, and he robbed Raphinha of what would have been a great assist. And then I see people commenting on Twitter, something about Raphinha 0 GA or whatever. Like, watch the game with your eyes, mate. Anyway, but it's preseason, so we'll allow it, because Yamal dropped a stinker in the first match as well, but he bounced back from this match, so hopefully Olmo can bounce back to the next match. But I do want to see, like, Rashford on the left and Raphinha in the middle. Like, Flick needs to do that at one point. Hopefully next match, but I don't think that's going to happen. Also, great distribution from Joan Garcia. I remember he did like a nice like diagonal pass out of his box under a bit of pressure, and that was nice from him. I like that. But he did concede twice, but I wouldn't really say those were his fault. So, and one of them was offside, like I said, if I'm not mistaken. That was in the first half, the offside goal, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, we'll let him slide for that. And then Yamal needs to stop being a ball hog, I wrote down, but it was offside for 2-1. Yeah, so this was the one I was talking about. So when they scored their first goal, the Seoul team, Yamal was dribbling with the ball, and instead of passing it, he lost the ball, and then they scored, but it was offside. But they didn't give it offside because the linesman wasn't doing his job correctly. So, yeah. Yamal needs to learn how to pass sometimes. That's all I have to say. But yeah, still a great performance from Yamal, which we'll get into in a bit. I'm yapping for a long time here. Look at all these notes. Sorry about this, but if you enjoyed my yap, please make sure to subscribe and like the video, and share this to anybody else who would probably enjoy my yap sessions. Okay, so my next point down I have here is Lewandowski a bit quiet, but good work good work to tap it in from a position where Yamal should have scored for 1-0. But I can appreciate the runs he's making in behind, but no one's passing to him. So yeah, Lewandowski, I didn't really notice too much from him, that other than his tap in, which was a good position to be in. Like, he was like, that's a good intelligence from where he could anticipate the ball to land from a Yamal shot. And Yamal should have actually buried that when you look back at it. But like I said, it's preseason. But still, it should be in your, like, it should be like, how are these professionals getting paid millions, and from positions like they're not scoring, especially when it matters most? That's what I don't understand. But you know what, it is what it is. Yamal scored a better goal after anyway, which I think we'll talk about in a sec. And then yeah, Lewandowski was a bit quiet, but like, I can appreciate the runs he's making behind. Like, no one's passing to him, and like, he drops deep. Obviously, does link up play. I remember this one time where someone passed him the ball, and then he passed it to Pedri, and then Pedri played one over to Raphinha, and then Raphinha ran down the wing, close to the middle though, and then he headed it, but the control at the head was not great, so it was a bit too fast, so he had to catch up to the ball, and then he put it in the side of the net, because it was a very tough angle for him. So if he controlled it better with his head, or if he, I don't know, controlled his chest if possible, then he could have possibly gotten a goal, or at least a better shot off. Anyway, next one I want to talk about is Pedri with some brilliant link-up play with Lewa, which we talked about. Olmo somewhat making up for his mistake with a good assist for Yamal, who did great to compose himself for 3-2. So yeah, that was a great assist from Olmo. It was like perfect weight. It was like Messi type pass, like perfectly weighted right in front of him, which made up for his miss, but it didn't make up for the fact that they conceded straightly after his miss. So like, he's kind of like in debt. So like, if he scored that Raphinha assist, like I was talking about earlier, they would have been 2 goals up, well, like a buffer of 2 goals, and then if he would have, and then they wouldn't have likely scored right after. But You know what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter. I'm yapping. Yamal with a good enough shot to make it past the keeper for 2-0. Yeah, so the keeper did get his hand on it. If we're looking at Donnarumma here, he's going to save it, and only Jan Sommer against Barcelona would save that. And yeah, these elite goalkeepers would have likely saved it, but like I said, it's preseason. We shouldn't really take too much. Too much what? Whatever. We shouldn't just take too much from like this match. I just wanted to yap about it because I'm trying to make these videos because I want to. Okay, this is the mission. I want to be the biggest Barcelona fan channel on YouTube. I don't know who the biggest one is. It's probably like Talk FCB. I feel like he has like 500, 600,000 subs. But like there are channels that have like that probably have like close to 1 million as well that are Barca fan channels. Like I think Legion FCB. I don't remember their name, but I think he might be really high up. But he posts like shorts, and shorts are kind of a cheat code on YouTube. So I'm not really gonna count him as like the biggest. Like I want to be like the biggest, most well known like yapper, Barca fan on the platform. So please subscribe and help us reach that goal. And also I want to be doing live streams again starting in August, because I remember we were doing them in April and May, and they were actually so enjoyable to do. But the issue is that we're pretty much talking to nobody. Shout out to the select few that were there to watch with us, but like for the most part, like we barely had any viewers. Like I don't think we peaked past 10 viewers like simultaneously, concurrently. So yeah, please join us for those videos or those live streams, and subscribe for the channel so you can catch up with those live streams and future videos as well. And I'm kind of inconsistent because, bro, I have to. Oh, I'm other than being lazy, I'm trying to freaking post shorts as well, and for making it's so annoying how to edit. I'm going off topic. Let's just say shorts take a long time to edit for something that shouldn't be long to edit. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why these videos are going to be like one take raw. Pause. Anyway, second half. Let's get going. Rashford with a powerful strike, but Blood needs to learn how to aim. Yeah, he did a nice shot with his right, but he put it down the middle. Just pick a side. It's not that hard. Anyway, Christensen with an outrageous strike from 30 yards. Oh my! How did I forget about this? So yesterday I made a video saying my predictions for 25-26 Barca season, and it was one of them was the most improved player, and I said Christensen, and then Christensen proves me right. But to be fair, we're only in preseason. With an outrageous strike, that was like that's a professional strike. Like how is a center back shooting better than Olmo, who's a attacking midfielder, and Rashford, who's a winger / striker, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I call a professional. Christensen is very good. Like the way he like his control, I can't remember if his control was that great, but I just remember his hip, like he had to open up his body very much because the ball kind of went diagonally, like past this is 90 degrees, this would be 45. It was like around I don't know, like if I remember, like 35 degrees, something like that, 40 degrees maybe. Yeah, just under 45 degrees. So it was harder for him to shoot because obviously you want to shoot like more forward if you play football, you know what I'm talking about. But his was like further back than 45 degrees, I'm pretty sure. So it was like harder for him, and he still managed to get a great strike off. Anyway, next thing I want to say, great ball behind by Joffrey, I believe it was Joffrey who found Gavi, who was unfortunate to not hit the target, but I feel like should have done better there, but has been quite lively up to this point. So yeah, Gavi was playing quite well, and he did end up scoring, which we'll talk about soon. But Joffrey, I was talking about in a different video, which I haven't uploaded because I was being lazy. But I was saying that Barcelona need a fullback replacement for Balde, because Balde, poor guy, needs some rest. And if he gets injured, God forbid, then Gerard Martin's not going to cut it. He did play great in that second half against Inter, but that's like that performance, second half performance, and maybe one other performance, I can't remember, has been like the only times I've seen Gerard Martin doing well. So we needed like a fullback replacement for Balde, especially like of a similar profile of Balde, because Raphinha needs to be able to cut inside, and Gerard Martin's not the same type of fullback Balde is, right? So yeah. Where was I? So yeah, Joffrey, beautiful pass to Gavi, and Gavi could have scored, should have scored maybe, but it is what it is. And then Rooney almost gave away a goal because of a sloppy pass, which, yes, it's preseason, but come on, you just got subbed on, and you gotta be doing better there, mate. Come on. But yeah, Rooney's really good. I like his technique and a really good player. For great defending, I remember he bodied this one lanky striker, kind of like my build. But yeah, great defending from him. Rashford with a decent left foot strike, but should have cut to his right and shoot. I can't remember. Wait, Rashford with a decent left foot strike. Oh yeah, I remember. I feel like he could have cut to his right foot. I can't really tell from my angle, but yeah, he shot with his left, and obviously keeper saved it. But yeah, I feel like if he cut to his right foot and followed through with it, then he could have possibly scored. But because he was very close to the goal as well. And then great goal from Ferran Torres. Another great assist from Joffrey. Joffrey, honestly, I didn't even really know much about Joffrey. I feel like I heard about him before, but now he's making a name for himself, which is really cool to see because yeah, we need a fullback replacement for Balde. Ferran Torres, another great goal. I can't remember the goal he scored because there were so many goals, but I wrote down great goal, so probably great goal. Sorry about this video being so long. There's quite a lot of goals and moments, and I don't know if I should like keep writing down notes because a lot of the stuff I would have just forgotten if I didn't write it down. And it wouldn't. A lot of the stuff wouldn't make the highlights for YouTube probably. So for future videos, I don't know if I should continue writing down notes because I want to enjoy the match. And then maybe I should just like film right after the match. But the thing is though, I didn't film after this match because I didn't want to film because I went back to sleep. Woke up at 4 and then at 6 in the morning I went back to sleep so I can get some more hours in because 4 hours sleep is not great. So slept a few more hours. So I didn't film, but like when the matches are on, like at a reasonable time, I could. And if I'm not busy, then I could film right after when my mind is still fresh. But I still will forget because the match is 90 minutes long, so there will be a lot of instances where I'm forgetting. So yeah, but that's just for future reference. I'm yapping. But hey, that's what you're here for anyway. Nice defending, great goal. Amazing link up from Bar. Oh yeah, this was a great goal. This could have been, other than Christensen's goal, this could have been the best goal of the match, where Barca did some nice link up play and passing before Gavi did a nice pirouette and finished it with his weaker foot. I'm pretty sure it was. So yeah, that was great, and it's good to see Gavi doing better now, especially after his ACL tear, which I haven't had an ACL tear, but I've had countless MCL tears. So yeah, they're not pretty. Lovely brace from Ferran to make it 7-3 with a good pick out from Rashford, which I don't think was his assist because it took a deflection, but it pretty much was. Yeah, so Ferran Torres makes it 7. And the last thing I want to talk about was the kits. The home kit I quite like. Like when you look at the kits, like not on bodies, they don't look that great. But when you look at the kits, like on players, they look so much better. But the home kit I like compared to last year. Last year's kits mog this year's kits so much. So I don't know why Nike kind of downgraded. But hey, it is what it is. People always glaze the Kobe kits. Now it's quite cool they collabed with the Kobe brand, but the issue is I don't like the color. The Lakers have such nice colors. Why couldn't Barca just copy the Lakers colors if they were gonna go this route anyway? Like they got like the purple collar. Why could they just do like dark yellow? You know what I mean? They did like a light yellow. It doesn't even look that great. So I don't like that from the new kits. And there's also like an orange kit which we haven't seen in person yet, but like I've seen just pictures of it. And I don't like it. So the new I might not. If I'm getting the new kit, I'm getting the home kit. Excuse me, but yeah, let me know your guys' opinions of this match. Oh yeah, I saw like there's like a pink kit for Barca, but I don't think it's official. But I'm not sure if it would be better than the home kit, but it's really quite nice. But yeah, so yeah, let me know your guys' opinions of the match. Also, let me know your opinions of the kits. Um, yeah, if that Kobe kit, the away kit was dark yellow instead of like this light yellow, it would have probably been so much nicer because they would be like Lakers colors and it would look cool. But it's like a light color and doesn't even look that good. But that's just my opinion. Let me know your guys' opinions. Like I said, remember to comment, subscribe. Help me reach 10K by the end of summer, hopefully. And then what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, there's my socials are in the description, like my Instagram. You can DM me there if you feel like it. I'll likely respond because it's not that hard. To reply. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, follow Twitch. I do live stream on Twitch and on YouTube both. So whichever you prefer, just watch on there. And then yeah, join the Discord. Whatever else I have down there, Snapchat, whatnot. And thanks for watching and listen to my app session. And hopefully this is the start another beautiful season. Hopefully one that we win the UCL this time. When I did my prediction video, I didn't mention it was a YouTube short. I'll probably do a long form prediction video, more in depth yapping. But this short prediction video was didn't include my UCL prediction because I forgot to include it because I did so many takes. I just forgot to include it, and I didn't mention whether I thought where they would place. I would have said they would. I would have said in the video they would have won, but I didn't include. Like I said, I'm yapping so much, but yeah, this is not even like my 10th time doing these videos, so I'm gonna get better hopefully as they go on. Oh, I unplugged my mic. Thank you for watching. Bye.